in this statement as well. Roll call, please.
Yes, Chair, moving forward, we'll just be doing the roll of the commissioners. I've noted everybody else who was present.
Good.
Commissioner Bellino. Commissioner Lanos. Commissioner Delgado.
Yes.
Commissioner Drulis.
Yes.
Commissioner Zanga.
Yes.
Commissioner Mayor Ray Heck. I don't see him.
Did the mayor respond? Is he on the meeting?
No, he did not. So,
Okay. All right. Is there any need for the introduction of guests, Glenn?
we do not have any special guests here, but there are a few members from the public, or one at least.
Okay. All right, so at this point, I'll move for the approval of the July 22nd, 2024 open meetings as well as the closed meeting minutes.
So moved, Joe.
Second?
Looks like we all have a part today. Second.
Yeah. All right, we'll be busy today. Glenn?
Commissioner Drulis.
Yes.
Commissioner Zanga.
Yes.
Commissioner Delgado.
Yes. At this point, I'll quickly move to the reports. First, the executive director, Barbara.
Good afternoon. Most of my report will be in closed session, but I did just want to mention that Jonathan is not able to make it today. He was having some personal things he needed to attend to. But I'll have a lot for closed session.
Okay. Glenn?
Yes, Chair, in the packet that was mailed around or the loss run summaries, auto physical damage 2024, 24 claims for 131,000, 2023, 43 claims for 168,000. On the liability side, auto 2024, 18 claims totaling 82,000, 2023, 15 claims for 46,000. GL 23 claims for 239,000, 2023, 70 claims for 587,000. Property damage 2024, 14 claims for 79,000, 2023, 12 claims for 84,000. On the workers' comp, 87 claims in 2024 for 277,000, 184 claims. 2023, 147 claims for $1,420,000. With respect to the report on deficit collections collected to date, 2,176,000 in 2024. North Bergen Parking Authority, which was the most recent payment, paid their balance in full on the last installment. Discuss claim payments in closed session.
Okay. Is Joe with us today?
Joe did call in.
Joe available?
Joe Mons is there, but he's muted.
Joe, you're muted.
Joe?
There you go. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
Joe.
Okay, sorry. I don't have a physical report today yet because my printer wasn't working this morning. I didn't print the checks yet, and the checks would have generated the most up-to-date balances. So when I get that fixed today, I'll have the report out at the end of the day. Other than that, Glenn just said we got our last one payment for the parking authority from North Bergen. We're good on our regular collections. Cash-wise, we're doing pretty good actually right now because we've been very light on claims. Doesn't mean they're not going to pick up, but last month and a half been very light on submitted claim payments. The audit has started. Started about 10 days ago. We had an audit kickoff conference with myself, Barbara, and Glenn, and the auditors. Then we had an update last week. We have a meeting scheduled at least every week if we need it to do an update on where they stand and any materials they might need, just so we don't go 3-4 weeks wondering, where they're at, them wondering where we're at with anything we're providing to them. So that seems to be going smoothly so far. I don't know what their target date is. I'm not sure they haven't told me. I don't know if they've told Barbara or Glenn what their target date is for completion.
They're aiming for October.
Okay, so November. So given the fact that we have, we started at this time, I don't see any reason why we wouldn't have a report by the end of this calendar year. And anything else we talk about, I guess, can be done in closed session. I'm on my way home, so when I get home, I'll log in from my laptop. I'm on my phone right now.
All right, Joe, thank you.
Through the chair, question for Mr. Monzo.
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Monzo, what year audit did you just reference that you kicked off?
2020.
2023.
There have been members of the public who have been very curious about the timeliness of our audit. So 2023, when is that audit supposed to be completed by?
June 30th, 2024.
Okay. So you and the team have significantly closed the gap in terms of getting these audits through in a timely way. And I want to commend all of you for that, the entire team. And would you anticipate that this audit would be as voluminous and as much work as the previous, or do we have some momentum here because of the good work?
Well, I think because we've had the same firm, this will be the third year in a row. The first year for them, the 21 audit, always presents difficulty to a new audit firm coming in, because they have the issue of trying to get work papers and information from the preceding auditor. And by the third year, they now have a team in place that knows what to look for with respect to our finances. They understand the runs better than they did the first year. So I think that's why, even though we're not starting until August, and even though I said it's due June 30th, the municipal audit to due June 30th also, and you'll find that you'll get 1/3 of the municipal audits don't even start until June or July, and don't get the reports out until the end of September. So I think we're on track to see our best time frame in terms of end of the year to audit completion in probably the last 6 or 7.
Well, I think the members of the public who always seem interested in that, we're probably happy to know that. And that also puts us in a good position as we do our budget planning into 2025.
It allows us to determine, our position quicker in case we have to do anything, supplementally or in terms of assessment. So, waiting, 18 months after the end of the year, really hinders the operations that way. So getting something done within 10 months is a major plus.
And being that this project's been a continuation of previous audit projects, I'm certain that with this pace and this approach, that next year will be even sooner than where we are now. So those are my only comments through the chair. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Julius.
Let me just add one thing to that. What was good about the kickoff meeting, it was actually an in-depth kickoff meeting. It wasn't like, where's this, where's that? We actually went through a lot of the balance sheet accounts and had a, kind of a question and answer session as to what was going on or questions. So it was a very purposeful and actual working kickoff meeting.
Thank you, Ms. Murphy. Anyone else? Any other questions or comments? All right, thank you, Joe. Thank you, Mr. Julius. Thank you, Ms. Murphy. At this point, I'd like to move to safety and loss control. Skyline, James Cote. Is he with us?
Yeah, good afternoon. Actually, today we conducted training at the City of New Brunswick, personal protective equipment. And in New Brunswick, we also have lockout tagout training scheduled for October 1st. The right to know reports were all submitted in a timely manner. The documentation that goes with the report is being distributed to each member as we complete it. A couple of things that I would like to highlight. One, with the minutes, with the board documents. We submitted COVID-19 information. COVID has reared its ugly head again. We sent you the latest guidelines, which are the CDC and with the New Jersey Department of Health, the latest, which is actually 2 years old, but that's the latest that the Department of Health has provided for the membership. We continue to see a lot of comments from PIOSH and OSHA addressing heat stress throughout not only New Jersey, but throughout the nation is something that they would like members to focus on, assisting employees and whatever to prevent heat stress. Significant number of deaths are occurring as a result of it. And finally, we have a couple of clients that were inspected by PIOSH and Skyline does anyways. And the three items that they seem to be focusing on is making sure that the employers have their emergency action plan and the fire prevention plan up to date. And they're looking also at the HASCOM refresher training and the initial training. You get the initial training when you join the employer, and 2 years after that, you're due for a refresher on hazard communications training. Hazard communications, right to know. So you just want to make sure that the membership keeps up to date, that they check your files, and if there are employees that have not had the training within the last 2 years, it's time for a refresher, and it's something you need to address. That concludes my report unless someone has questions.
Jim, just to follow up, the plans that they're looking at are the plans we already have circulated to the members?
Yes, yes. Of course, you know, you can't, it's the way that the documentation is set up in the JIF plan is pretty automatic, but it doesn't hurt to try to make it site specific. You need to add your contact list, who to, you know, whatever that, and even if you have one, chances are you haven't looked at it in a while. The contact names and numbers have changed just simply from staff reassignments or retirements and whatnot. And there may be issues in there that may or may not address your particular location. The one thing that that PIOSH normally will criticize in a plan, outside of the fact that it's not current, is if you have things in there that you have no intent of doing or that do not apply to your facility. So you just need to read through the plan and say, okay, this applies, this doesn't apply, or this may apply, but I don't want to say that this is how we're going to do it. Because that's what they want to really see is what are your intentions, okay? Any questions on that? If you do, you can always contact us through Glenn or whatever, and they would be happy to advise you. It's better not to have something in your plan if you have no intention of ever carrying it out.
Thank you, Mr. Pitts. Managed care, Lisa, Ms. Gallo.
Hi,
Nicole. is here.
Nicole. Hi. Let me grab that for us
Sorry
here.
about that. My agenda does say Lisa, so
It's okay. It's okay. Let's see. There you are. All right, your savings and penetration report is located on page 21 of your agenda packet. Call care repriced 54 bills for the month of July with a network utilization of 98%, which is great. The total charges are reflected at $103,573 with an allowable being $58,301. This equates to a total savings of $45,272 or 44%. Let me see. Total intake cases for the month are set at 16, with 6 requiring additional medical intervention and 10 remaining in report-only status. Just wanted to note we're currently wrapping up the Qual Care billing platform migration and are expected to see bill volume increase in the coming months.
any questions of Nicole? Hear none. Thank you. Thank you very much, ma'am. At this point, I know that Jonathan is not going to be with us today, so I'll move right to all business and the resolution that we briefly discussed in the last meeting, amending the official newspaper of the fund. I guess at this point, I can accept the motion to adopt, and then if there's any discussion, we can have it. If not, we can go right to a vote. Do I have a motion
Motion, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
Second,
Welcome.
Michael.
All right. Any comments, any discussion? I believe we have that discussed. So at this point, Len, you want to roll call?
Correct. Commissioner Jules,
Yes.
Commissioner Zanga,
Yes.
Chairman Delgado.
Yes. I'm moving right along to new business. Any new business?
Not today.
Chair, Chair, the only thing I'd like to remind everybody, it's that time your underwriting surveys are going out just for updates for the 2025 year. And please, your risk managers will be CC'd on them. Please don't let them sit on your desk for a week and turn them around as quickly as possible. Get them off your desk and send them in. But they will be going out very shortly.
Point well taken. Thank you.
Through the chair,
Yep. Mr. Lewis.
Mr. Kurtz, can you please give us a typical timeline that you would like these things returned so we can calendar it for you?
Absolutely. I'll put it on the cover for everybody. Please return by September 19th or whatever. So
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Now there's an opportunity for public comment. Is there anyone would like to open up to would like to take advantage of public comment?
Yeah, hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Good afternoon, everyone. Charlie Cradaville, New Brunswick Today. I guess I'll start with some transparency concerns. I did reach out about some issues with the website, and Mr. Kurtz got back to me yesterday, and in our conversation, he did acknowledge there were a couple of Oprah requests that have not yet been fulfilled, and I wanted to ask when I can expect those requests to be fulfilled.
Charlie, I went online yesterday and we'll have that account set up. As I stated, the volume of the information was too big to email. So we'll set up via that Chrome or Dropbox to put that data into. So it will be done by next week.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, just so the board knows, I'm just requesting recordings of your meetings, that's all. Unfortunately, I had to miss the last meeting. I was, I guess, a little confused by the information on the website, and I was kind of expecting it to be on Zoom, but of course it was in person only at the parking authority. And so I wanted to ask, was that meeting recorded?
Yes.
Oh, great. Great. So there'll be like a video recording of that available?
I don't believe it was video, it's just a voice recording on that one, Charlie.
Audio. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm pleased to hear that. I'll try to, listen as soon as I get it and catch up on what I missed. It was apparent from the discussion today that there was some discussion at the prior meeting about the official newspaper or newspapers of the JIF. Can you tell me what the motivation was to act on that today? What happened?
So you want to explain that? Because I can simply tell you, Charlie, it was just a matter of, it was dated. There were some newspapers that actually we don't have our reach into. And so Jonathan suggested that it should be updated, and that was basically what it was.
Got it. Okay. Well, that makes sense. And while I'm here, I have to ask about the case of the New Brunswick councilman. Any update on that matter?
That would be a legal question, Leon.
I could say, Chair, I have not received any updates from our legal counsel on that, so I don't. Since his last status, I have not heard anything.
And even though I was trying to reach out to Leon, I can affirm the same. We have not received anything.
Okay, thanks. And then the last point is I just wanted to get an update on the deficit collection and the sort of the special assessments that were made. Is there any sort of top line number of how much has been collected towards that?
Only I reported earlier, Charlie, in my during my section, we collected 2,176,341 in 2024 against that amount. The total numbers, you know, I can get to you, but I did not report on that this morning.
Okay, well, that's pretty much everything I wanted to know. I just want to see if there's any indication of, you know, the meeting locations going forward. Are we going to have in-person meetings again, or maybe even a hybrid meeting, or should I expect to see you all on Zoom next month?
Well, that hasn't been determined, but certainly would give, you know, notice so that, you know, everyone is aware.
Chair, this is Leon. I'm sorry if you can hear me now. I've had some computer problems, but unmuted. As Glenn had indicated, we have not yet received any further word from counsel who's handling the matter that Mr. Cradaville asked about.
Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Johnny,
and
any
I'll
other
just wrap
questions?
up. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I meant, I wanted to ask you, give you time. Any other questions?
Yeah, oh, thanks. Yeah, no more questions. Just wanted to wrap up by urging you to update the website and make sure it's clear about where the meetings are. I know as of a couple days ago, you go to one part of the website, it says the meetings are remote. You go to another part of the website, it says the meetings are in Old Bridge. And of course, you know, last month's meeting was in person, but at a different location. So there's some confusing information on the website, and I hope that that can be updated in addition to you sort of notifying the usual people of whatever the location is going to be. Make sure to get that on the website and make it clear as early as possible. And that's all for me. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Well, at this point, are there any other member of the public that would like to address the board? Well, here none at this point. Glenn, I think you might place some people on the waiting room, or some people might at this point, and some folks might at this point decide not to continue, so that we can go into closed sessions as required.
I need a motion first, Chair, and then I'll ask.
Yeah, I'll take a motion. I just want to make sure that you didn't have to do your thing and put people in various rooms. But with that said, I can, okay, thank you. All right, so I got a motion from Mr. Drulis, and I got a second from Joe as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Commissioner Drulis,
Yes.
Commissioner Zanga,
Yes.
Chairman Delgado.
yes.
Close at 12:26. How do you want to handle this? Do you want to do let the risk managers in for claims first, Barb, or?
Yeah, let's do the claims first, and then a lot of people have to get off.
Did Charlie jump off? I don't see him.
No, he's right
Oh,
there.
he's here. Charlie, I'll put you in the waiting room.